Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Faith Storms. I'm a licensed social worker, therapist, and today I wanted to talk about course corrections and what if everything in life right now is just what it needs to be. So let me explain. So I came up with this idea of course corrections sometime last week talking to a client and I shared the reality that airplanes are often off course, technically, a majority of their flight. And so, their trajectory will get off course. They're supposed to be going here, they start to go there, and then they do a course correction. And then they go there, then they do a course correction. So they're constantly reorienting to the direction of their final destination. So they're heading in the correct basic direction, but the exact path is going to shift. So I was sharing this, saying, we may be heading in the correct basic direction, but we do these course corrections. Okay. So I was sharing that, and I still think that is a useful concept and a true concept. As I was thinking about that, it also occurred to me that maybe all the going here and there is exactly what we need to be doing. I think it's very easy, especially for those of us who are logic-based and, have that rational mind, to want to label things and want to say, this is right, this is wrong. Any of you that have kind of black and white thinking, either or thinking, can probably relate to this, that we want to feel like, oh, well, I'm right on track, this is good, versus, oh my gosh, I'm off track, this is bad. And I am learning that perhaps that's not the best way to approach things. It's understandable. And if your brain works like that, it works like that. What I want to encourage you to do, as I am attempting to do myself, is to, rather than labeling good and bad, is to become a little more expansive about how we look at things and be kinder and more self-compassionate how we approach how we're doing in life. Because life is hard and relationships are challenging and we don't need to beat up on ourselves. So rather than saying, oh my gosh, I'm off track. Okay, it's okay to recognize that you're off track. Like, that's okay. However, I think we can also include the off track portion as, and this was useful, and this was helpful in my journey, rather than, oh, I've made a mistake, or this is bad. We've learned something when we're off course, when we've taken a side journey, a side path. There is something to be learned. And let's celebrate that. Let's enjoy that. Let's honor that as part of the overall process. And I'm looking like, there's my bear. I'm looking over my shoulder. My bear is behind me. Okay. So when you have these moments, I'm going to throw in a little tapping here because I love tapping. I love EFT. It helps so much. So if you're having a moment where you're realizing, oh gosh, I don't know if this is where I want to go, do a little tapping. So even though I'm questioning the path I'm on right now, or even though I'm wondering, like, is this really best for me? I accept myself. Even though I'm wondering, is this what I need to be doing right now? I accept myself. Even though I'm wondering, is this what I need to be doing? I accept myself. Feeling uncertain. Feeling uncertain. Do I need a course correction? Do I need to shift something? Feeling uncertain. Feeling uncertain in my journey. Feeling uncertain. Maybe I can just tolerate it. Maybe I need to sit with my uncertainty. Yeah, that's often the case. Maybe I just need to sit with it. then check back in with yourself. How does the uncertainty feel? Now, uncertainty is probably going to feel uncomfortable. We don't like to feel uncertain. And as I often say to people, when in doubt, the answer is no. If you ask within about a question, about a action step, about a change to make, if you have a great deal of uncertainty, do not do anything. Do not make a decision. Do not take action. When we make decisions from a place of unrest and being turned up and being highly emotional, most of the time, that's not going to be the best decision for us. It might not be horrible. It might not be the end of the world, but it is not going to be your best. All of us, no matter what our type, no matter what our design, no matter what our personality, we do best when we make decisions from stillness and from a place of quiet and from a place of calm and peace. That is going to be your best decision. So if you're uncertain, give it time. And nobody likes that, and I don't either. Yesterday, I was down at the barns, and I spotted a heron, a blue heron in the pond. Now, this is not unusual. We do get herons. I haven't seen one for a little while. So I looked up in my animal codex, what does heron mean? And part of the meaning of heron, part of the message of heron is to wait. To wait for the still water. They're a hunter. To wait for the still water. And I was like, oh my gosh, of course, waiting. We don't have to like it. It's hard. Patience, most people are not patient by nature. It's a challenging thing to be patient. But we do ourselves a great favor if we learn to tolerate discomfort, impatience, and just sit with it. So, consider that. Maybe where you are right now is okay. Maybe it's okay. Maybe there's a lesson to be learned. Maybe you're growing some emotional muscle. Maybe you're growing a relational muscle. Even if where you are right now is challenging, is uncomfortable, it still could be absolutely fine. So rather than judging yourself, rather than beating yourself up, maybe just consider, maybe where I am is okay. So I hope that's helpful. Until next time.